Welcome back, everyone, to Wandering the Wildwood, where we have one more quest to complete for the League of the Axe to complete the deed. Now, one of the possibilities is this one, which we did not do before, but that
Can
is
I speak with
because
you a moment?
this is to complete 10 of the factionless quests throughout the Wildwood. That includes the 9 that you have here on the bulletin board, and I believe some of the daily pop-ups that you get all throughout the Wildwood would also count. But that's going through 10 quests in order to finish up one. So instead, we are going to do one of the ones here, since we've done the other 4 already anyway. And in a way, we did the 10 factionless quests one over in Trestlebridge for that version of it. And those two apparently be mutually exclusive. I could not see that quest yesterday, probably because I had the one at Trestlebridge active. So if you take one, they're saying, all right, these 10 factionless quests become a feeder into one large faction quest. Now let's try this
Can I
one,
speak with you a moment?
and let's just collect some driftwood, and we'll see if I'm as bad at finding driftwood as I was the last time I tried to do this quest. Because we get driftwood all throughout here, and I need to collect 10 of them. And I believe there's going to be some on the other side also that we need to do. So I just need to collect 10 of these. I'll be able to turn that in once I'm done. And after that, I will have done the third component of the deed to do all the quests in the Wildwood. Driftwood collected?
What can I do for you?
Just give me this last quest credit. Whee! Completed a drift of supplies. Completed the League of the Axe. That means that I just need to do a few missions. So let's head over to the Trestle Bridge to mission control. Back here in Trestle Bridge, I have now completed all but 2 of the missions. So let's now head down and run the Menace of Sutwarden and see how that goes. Here we are in Sutwarden with the summoning horn. Let us come
What can I
forth.
do for you?
We approach the steps of Sutwarden. Let us move swiftly and through the tower ruins, and we need to defeat foes and collect banners. Now, one time I tried going up through the other entrance, and it did not go very well. So I'm hoping things will go better if I go up this way. The other possibility is things are just being a little bit delayed, because sometimes the enemies are delayed in getting up. But no, the enemies have come in. I think it was the run that I was doing for Missions 101 where I came in through the other entrance and none of the enemies spawned in until I circled around and came back here. So apparently it's expecting you to come in this way. So let's now go and take care of these. We need to get 15 enemies down and at the same time not get killed by staying in caltrops. And also deal with these banners. And this is actually one that has a counterattack at the not a, well, I guess counterattack is a good way of putting it. This surprise attack. One of those missions. Each of the missions has their little twist that goes along with it. Though I have a feeling that Mr. Stun here is enough of a twist to give me a headache, or at least the Alpha headache, because she seems to be taking the brunt of most of the stuns there. Got a couple of there. Let's clear out this area first. Then we can head up to the top area and take care of those. Right, you want me to take care of you? Yeah, I'll take care of you. Alright, 615. This is going to help us on our deed for killing mobs in missions. We've done the first tier of that deed. But that's going to take a long time in order to take care of that one. Are you willing to dance with me that long? Now, what are my plans here? This is, I'm hoping, what will get me the last of the deeds needed in order to finish up this mated. Well, actually, it's the first. There are actually two mated deeds. One is, of course, is for discoveries, which I'm not too sure I want to go around running and showing me picking flowers all over the region. But the quest one I thought would be nice if I could complete all of them. There is still that bit about the finishing up with Thormain's quest line, because I'm pretty sure there is something that I haven't quite finished up yet, and I'm hoping there will be an update where I'll be able to do that. I'm hoping that update will come around and fix it before this episode airs, but we can't count on that happening. So if you see a long time between maybe this episode, or actually I might run Woe of the Willow in the next episode. But if there's a long time between the Woe of the Willow episode and the episode where I finally find, let's see, I have two more foes. Okay, where are they? They're down this way, I guess? Yes. Between the Woe of the Willow episode and the episode where I finally finished Thormain, it would mean that there was a long time before they were able to fix that little issue. And now for you. Right now, I think I should be getting a counter. Yes, there it is. There is the ambush. I know, quite an ambush. Oh yeah, I forgot about those guys. The ones that like to make you fly and make you burn. They've come all the way from Dunland to give me a headache. That's what they've done. I'm not too sure what that green stuff is, but it doesn't look very healthy to me. At least not healthy to me. So let's head up this way and pick up the other half of the ambush. And I can only hope that the elf follows me reasonably. Hello! There he is. Start him off with a... Usually, yeah, she usually makes it up eventually, even when she's slowed down a bit. So, sometimes it gets a little stuck on the stairs. So the question is, do you want to do it quickly or ouch? There you go. We have taken care of that part. I think I have to come out this way in order to pick up the treasure chest. Because we do get treasure chests on missions, even at lower levels, if they're the Wildwood missions. Alright, aha, here it is. Let's pick this up. Pick up our reward, and head back to Trestle Bridge. I think I got through that in one piece. We've done well, Warden. With the Sutwarden once again under control of the Free Peoples, both the Brieffields and the Wildwood will be much safer. I hope so. And now that leaves one more mission locked down. Would you accompany me on a mission, Warden? The Free Peoples of the Wildwood have reported a group of brigands who have barricaded themselves in the mines of Rithenset. Alright, well, I guess... I don't think I've ever been in those mines outside of the mission, so maybe I should find them and handle them at some point. And of course, this is gated. A group of brigands has locked themselves into the mines of Rithenset. And you can guess what the gating is going to be if they're talking about things being locked. Here we are in the mines wherever these mines are located. Maybe I should at some point head into them and see what they're like. Oh yes, I should really summon the elf, shouldn't I? Right?
How can I be of service?
I see. It looks as if the brigands have barred and locked themselves in the mines. This poses a more difficult task than I had envisioned. I am sure there is a way to unlock the gate. One of these brigands must hold a key. While we are here, we should also retrieve some of the goods that the brigands have stolen. Yes. Now, let's see if this thing can go properly. Last time I did this, the brigands were very, very reluctant to spawn in. So I'm going to hope that they are about. Because without brigands, it's going to be very, very hard to do this mission. And this one. And no brigands. I'm going to go back and forth, and I'm hoping... Ah! Yes! It has encouraged a brigand to arrive. They have arrived. They need to get the brigands or the enemies in missions to more easily start spawning in, because I had especially troubles with the one in the cot hold, where only once did I have those brigands spawn in as I was starting, and they usually spawn in when I'm about halfway through the mission, where the brigands decide, oh, hey, maybe you need enemies in order to fight. Yeah, it helps when you have a mission that we're not just going around collecting items without anyone giving us trouble or anything like that. I mean, if someone could just walk in and pick them up without any difficulty, they could have just sent in a couple of laborers rather than sending in me. Alright, there you go. And he had the key, so we can continue. And now's this one. I'm wondering if you have to walk on top of a certain location, where if you don't walk over that spot, maybe they don't spawn in or something like that, but that would be a real pain if that's the case. Maybe someday I will figure out exactly what the situation is. Let's see. Get a couple more here. Oh yes, most definitely these mobs and the goods, I think, are moved around from run to run. So maybe it's trying to figure out, oh, where should I put all these things this time? And it's spending all its energy doing that rather than spawning in those mobs. Well, I guess it has nowhere to put the mobs before it's going to start spawning them in. There is that. I would hope it'd be able to do it a little bit faster. Alright, there you go. Now your turn. It sounds like that. I was about to say that she was fighting someone else, but apparently she managed to deal with that enemy before I intervened. Warden number 2, who I'm sure also has a key, because that's the entire thing here. Alright, and here is gate number 2. That's 2 of them down. And now finally, let's see, what do we have here? We have 2 more crates. Oh! Now, the robbers, of course, being invisible, that's no problem, because they're stealth mobs. They're supposed to be invisible. It's when you have the ones who aren't supposed to be invisible being a problem like that, which is what's been annoying me. Alright, there you go. And caltrop time. Out of the caltrops. And then deal with this warden. Deal with that one. Ouch, 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 ouch. She just nonchalantly steps into the caltrops. Open the last one. Actually, I think the boss is here. Let's see, because we have a cutthroat and a captain, and the captain is the boss here. Hey, can I get an ambush onto the captain? Actually, I think there is a robber in there also. Then again, maybe there's only sometimes a robber there. Since it is a little bit on the random side on where they place everything. There you go. So much for my blockade! Yep, so much for your blockade. Ah, and we have dealt with him. And that is our final one. And by final one, I mean not only the final enemy we had to kill and the final place we needed to go in that mission, but it was also our final mission. We've done well, Warden. With nowhere else to take refuge in the Wildwood, this group of brigands is certainly dispersed. We can only hope so. And that completed that. We completed missions in the Wildwood. Completed missions, the Wildwood. And completed missions 10 and 15. Yeah, all sorts of things completed. Completed missions, right, 10 and 45 because we had the other weeklies also there. And also and completed quests in the Wildwood. New deeds. Deeds, of course. So let's see what we have for Deeds of the Wildwood, which is the new deed that we have. Deeds of the Wild, 1 of 4. Complete Explorer of the Wildwood, which means I'm going to have to find flowers there. We don't need to do that for the series. Slayer of the Wildwood, which means killing several things. And the League of the Wild. What is the League of the Wildwood? It's probably doing all of the storylines. Oh, yes. I think that you have to do something for both sides in order to get that completed. Ooh. Because I haven't even unlocked that one yet, I believe. Because I think in order to get League to this, I think you have to complete all full rep at both sites, and I've only done the first tier of each of them, I believe. Let's see what we've got here. Woodworkers Brotherhood, I am at Acquaintance, and the League of the Axe, I am at Neutral. I'm going to have to go and get up to Acquaintance on League of the Axe, and I think I'm going to get a quest that's going to have me do something for them there. And I think you need to do a capstone quest after getting full rep in order to get those. So I'm going to have to work on that. So I was thinking of doing Woe of the Willow next episode, but I think instead... Oh, let me finish that weekly there. Maybe I should head over and see if there is a little quest on the other end. If there isn't another quest after I do a couple of extra quests to get the rep I need, then I will have to go and do Woe of the Willow. Whichever one I do, we'll find that out in the next episode of Wandering the Wildwood.